A graduate medical student majoring in urology has died after not being allowed sick leave by a superior. According to Apollo News, this medical student worked for the West China Hospital. Before the student passed away, he was diagnosed positive for COVID. After working late to prepare for the next day's work, at 12 o'clock midnight on the 13th, the 23-year-old student suffered a cardiac arrest. Despite being taken to the emergency room, the student was unable to be revived. Netizens have spread the chat between the student and a superior, who the student calls a teacher. The student said he had a fever, and the superior said he was also unwell but continued to work. That means students will still have to work. After the incident, the managers of West China Hospital's urology department asked other students not to post this information online.
Chinese ambassador to France Liu Xiaye is stirring controversy for his version of the landmark white paper protests in China. In a statement posted on the Chinese embassy's website, Liu reportedly said, "At first, people took to the streets to express their dissatisfaction with how local authorities were unable to completely and accurately implement measures introduced by the central authority. But the protests were quickly exploited by foreign forces." He added the interrupting factors wanted to trigger a color revolution by planting protesters in China. Color revolution refers to the anti-regime protest movement in post-Soviet Eurasia. He claimed, some Chinese were bought over by foreign forces. He also has a different version of the symbolic meaning of the white papers used during the protests, a reference to extreme censorship and stunted freedom of speech in the country. He said, take the white paper parade, for example. Even though it's white, it's still a kind of color revolution because white is a kind of color. Liu made his remarks at a dinner on December 7th, shortly after the demonstrations started to diffuse after tightened surveillance. It is known that the protests flared up after the deadly Urumqi fire, with residents certain the death toll would have been lower had the zero-COVID policy not been in place. Reportedly, at the time, some tried to use the foreign forces narrative to convince students against rallying. See how the students in this short clip respond. The students allegedly were not the only ones who didn't believe Beijing's foreign forces story. Here's the opinion of a Chinese lecturer extracted from a recent viral clip.
现在在我们的群众当中有境外反华势力，在我们的周围。您这边请。哎，我没有请问新疆的火是境外势力放的吗？不是，请问贵州的大巴是境外势力推翻的吗？我们连网都上不到国外的，我们哪儿来的境外势力？境外势力怎么跟我们沟通？我们只有境内势力不让我们聚集。
Frustration with zero COVID was fierce enough that demonstrators chanted for incumbent Chinese President Xi Jinping to step down. At least the uproar was enough to finally have the communist regime give up its grip on the punishing pandemic measures.
你看，所有主流媒体马上就说，主要是外来势力啊，外来势力啊，你做得好吗你？你做得好，外来势力肯定进不来嘛。你做得不好，我们有句俗话就说很对嘛，这也是文化上的说法嘛。苍蝇不叮无缝的蛋。你个蛋有缝，外来势力才进得来嘛。所以你看，从晚清以来到现在，我们立了3个政治体， 我们都还没有树立自我反省的意识，跟晚民一样，证明我们的思想活力之匮乏，自我反省能力程度之低，整个民族智商受到的负面影响之大。
周五，党媒报道，前人民日报知名记者杨良化、前中国青年报副社长兼副总编周志春死亡。这是中共急转弯放松管控后，中共媒体首次报道的死亡案例。中共卫健委从12月7号解封以来就停止公布死亡数字，但民间多个渠道的信息显示，因染疫死亡的人数在快速增加，各地出现严重的医疗挤兑潮。
我到药店里面去问过了，药店里面说没有感冒药，也没有发烧药，什么都没有啊。
现在就是不是能出车，但是需要比较等时间比较长，知道吧？病人都排着队呢，现在都得排个4个小时以上吧。
北京的火葬场堆放太多尸体而无法及时焚烧，排队等候火化的队伍很长，一般都要等上好几天。一些居民的家人病故后，遗体送不出去，只好放在家里好几天。
没有了，已经全满了。北京不光这个医院，全部都这样了。殡仪馆里面的地方都放上了，没招。
参党，习近平。
过去3年，中共一直施行严厉的清零政策，导致多地爆发激烈抗议。随后，中共清零政策急转弯，大幅放开管控。表面看似乎中共听取民意或迫于民意不得已放开，但世卫组织14号透露，在北京转变政策之前，感染数据就已呈爆炸式增长。
那么像这一点呢，中共当局肯定知道得很清楚，这时候他已经知道动态清零对疫情已经是不管用了，疫情防控已经失败了，动态清零，中国不可避免的会迎来一个大规模爆发的这么一个时期，所以他就顺水推舟啊，就把这个事情锅甩出来了，我就不管了。他的现在就是说一个字，不管，让老百姓死活。
13号，中共副总理孙春兰直奔北京，要求将工作重心从防控感染转到医疗救治，再次只字不提动态清零。有专家质疑，由习近平亲自决定的清零政策被一夜间抛弃，中南海内部气氛极不寻常。法国著名汉学家白夏13号在《世界报》发文，怀疑党内有人指责习近平的清零政策损害经济并引爆民怨，可能使中共丧失执政合法性，因此逼迫习近平转变航向。他认为，在习加冕1个月后，抗议活动已经削弱了习近平的实力。而习近平在江泽民追悼大会上提到，将主动提出不再担任中央领导职务。出现如此明显的暗批习连任的内容，白夏怀疑习近平手中是否还拥有全部权力，习会否像1962年大跃进后的毛泽东，不得不进行自我批评，退到第2线。这位汉学家认为，未来也许有一些意外发生。新台电视台记者韩飞、特约记者李珊珊、张丹霞采访报道。
White paper movement erupts again. Experts, Xi Jinping is in danger. In response to the economic downturn and the white paper movement, the Chinese government hastily lifted the lockdown and ended the zero COVID policy. But unexpectedly, on the night of December 12th, student protests broke out at 6 universities. Other crises are also approaching in China. The universities that erupted in protest on December 12th are located in Fujian, Yangqi, Jiangsu, Sichuan, and Yunnan. The reasons for the protests are different. For example, graduates from Yangqi Medical College of Nanchang University and students of Nanjing Medical University both asked to be paid fair internship salaries and opposed unfair treatment. Students of Fuzhou University protested the school's change in plans to send students home. Graduates of Suzhou Medical University protested because they were sent to the front line to treat COVID-19 positive patients but did not receive the necessary protective equipment. Wu Guoguang, a senior researcher at Stanford University, USA, told VOA on November 28th that the most significant meaning of the white paper movement so far is the Chinese people who have overcome their fear and are standing up bravely. VOA on December 13th released a list that in addition to the pandemic prevention policy and the white paper movement in politics, Xi Jinping also faces the risk of successor and succession troubles, as well as the Taiwan issue. Cheng Xiaonong, an expert on Chinese affairs, analyzed that Xi Jinping did not dare to train a successor because his current position was already in a situation where after the glare, the scolding came, so he couldn't let go nor train a successor. Any successor can overthrow the government after Xi's death. This successor can also kick out Xi Jinping into the mud. China is currently facing profound social conflicts, increasingly acute internal disputes, and the constant defense and antagonism of the international community. Analysts think Xi Jinping will likely have many troubles in the face of this explosive situation. For example, Cheng Xiaonong analyzes that Xi Jinping has become a lone person within the CCP. More than 1 million officials have been punished, and most importantly, the officials now have been cut off from their sources of wealth. Originally, every official had a goal, how much money he must earn in his life, move to some foreign country, do the US green card, buy a house, and just enjoy happiness in old age. These are all their goals. Now this goal has been completely destroyed by Xi Jinping, so not only a few million, but tens of millions of people, even the elite in the party, are grinding their teeth. Therefore, according to this interpretation, Xi Jinping is a loner in the institution. Song Yongyi, a China affairs expert and retired professor at California State University, USA, told VOA, once something happens, the Xi administration will crash.